It's time for a vlog update because I've done quite a bit of work on this without vlogging, mostly because I was just repeating work that I've done before. For example, beforehand I had this flap here and now I have a flap on the other side, and it was literally just rebuilding that from that side and building like the mirror image version of it over here. Also, I've got new switches. I had this wooden switch here, which I showed before, and now I've made a metal version of the same switch, which I think looks a lot better. However, there are issues. Issue number one is here with the metal switch. I did a slight different design. On this one, the thing that stops it going up too far is actually just the contact between these two bits of wood, the actual hingey bits there as well. It goes up and then stops, and that's what stops it. But I wanted to have an easier way to put some padding there. So what I did is I made it so it stops by coming up, like swinging up and then hitting against this upright. However, it means that now the angle of the swing arms is actually going up towards the force. So when I press down on it, I'm often like coming in an angle and I'm pushing down, and I'm actually pushing like into the angle of the swing arm. If I'm pushing down like in this direction, like at an angle coming down like this, it works perfectly because it comes in and goes like that. So if it's starting its downward journey there, when I press down on it, it's not going like into the swing arm, it's going like sideways onto it. So I need to adjust that. The next issue is with these flaps. Actually not the flaps, it's what's behind the flaps. This works great. I hit the ball there, it comes up and it sticks, no problem. But there's this multiplex thing that I do is where I throw two balls, it's part of the routine, and one ball sticks there and the other one comes up here and goes against that. However, because this is flexible, there's a little bit of flexibility there, what's happening is this is coming out and it's actually like springing down again, and I just want it to like hit and fall, and what's happening is it's hitting and actually springing down, and it's kind of bouncing off at an angle, so I need to make it so it just goes up and stops, which is an easy fix. I just need to put something on the inside, not part of the flap, but like along there. The biggest issue that I have at the moment is the positioning of this. As I'm standing here juggling, I realise that this is too far forwards. And the reason for that is I want to be able to press down on the switches like here and juggle up so it's kind of a bit more above me. At the moment when I'm juggling, I'd actually want to be able to just throw upwards like right here and then press down here. So it turns out this entire thing is just too far forward, and I reckon I can solve many problems at once by bringing it back. The other reason why it's too far forward is because I want to use the foot pedals. I still haven't done the final version of the foot pedals. But when I press the foot pedals, I have to lift my foot up to press the foot pedals, which is great. I want it to be this kind of motion, this kind of stepping motion. I don't just want it to be like pressing down like that, I want it to be kind of more performative, pressing down. But to lift my foot up and press down, it means that my knees are bumping against the case. And case as base is one of the main things that I want to do this, which means that I need to leave space for my knee, which means at least about that much space. And then that's all the way over there. Whereas I reckon if I put it here, I'll be able to juggle and it'll go up and stick, and I'll still have a little bit of space to be able to put my feet down on the pedals. So, first thing that I'm going to do is move this, the mounting of this from here back to here. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to move this back, then I'm going to fix this, then I'm going to work on the switch here. No. Do I like this? Do I want this to happen? If I throw it in the front, I can drop it and it goes down. And if I throw it at the back, I can drop it and it stops. Kind of like it to catch there. That's pretty fun. Check this out. It drops down. Boom. Oh no. I'm going to fix it on here, pretty much as far back as the way it goes. Already it just feels like I've got a lot more space here. Let's give it a test. Yeah, that's good. This now feels more like it did when it was on a table, because when it was on the table I could kind of stand up against the table and have the switch here. Good stuff. I've now put this brace under there, so if I throw a ball against it, it shouldn't just bounce off. Ah, that's pretty good. Well, it kind of bounces off, but instead of springing off, it just thunks and then falls. So if I do the multiplex, yeah, that's good. Multiplex, yeah. Multiplex. Yeah, this is good. This is much better. Let's get onto this main problem, or main mechanical problem. What I need to do is actually start it from here. So let's just give it a test. What happens if I just block it off? Like this for now. So it's starting, oh yeah. Okay, so all I've done is put a little bit more in here. Even if I'm coming in quite an angle here. Alright, so that's it. All I need to do is, I'm not going to extend it this way, what I'm going to do is put a wider bit of metal on here, and that'll bring this out, which will swing this down. So this is like 7.5 millimeters, so what I need to do is move these holes that these go into 7.5 millimeters further back this way, which means I need a different bit of metal here. A bit sticky, but I can't work out what's going on. It's rubbing somewhere. I think what's happening is that because this has got a spring here, it's pulling it up and it's kind of twisting it out this way. I'm not sure why, but putting the spring on the back instead of the front has solved it, but I'm not sure why. After a full day's work, it looks exactly as it did at the start of the video, but it's working better. Yeah, this is great. I've got so much more space here that I can just move around in. This is working pretty well, and also let's test out the multiplex. Do 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 do.